Well, I tell you, I got a lot done today. Got this one. Although I'm a parts changer, that's all I am. I'm not a mechanic. I'm a parts changer. I got that one running by cleaning the carburetor. Not one new part on there. Got that one running. It just needed a spark plug. This one needed a pull rope. Again, I didn't really change parts. I put in a new rope myself. That's a roll of rope that I have. This one, yeah, this is going to be a parts changer. I didn't get this one running or fixed. This one had a broken trigger, so I replaced that, so that's a parts changer. You're right. And I put a new carburetor on that one today. And then a little old lady called and said she'd ran over some wire on her lawnmower, and she needed to get off her blade, so she drove her lawnmower over here, probably about a mile, to get that wire off. So I took that off for her. I wasn't gonna charge her anything, but she gave me a little bit of money, so I took it, and she was real excited. And I gave her a little chair that she could sit in over here. I mean, I don't have a waiting room or anything, so, and I don't like people on the property because I don't want them to get hurt. So on my other channel is a new video today. So at the end of this video, there'll be an up next box to that video, and that's probably the most complicated video of lawnmower that I've worked on since starting the new business, the hobby business in this area. Now, I've worked on, you know, tearing engines apart before. I've changed camshafts and different things, but that one there was a lot of problems with that. So I had it all tore apart, and I guess I surprised a lot of people because I've gotten people to tell me I'm just a parts changer. That's all you are. And I don't even know what that means. I would imagine there's a lot of people, they couldn't even change the parts that I know how to change. I would think that a lot of mechanics are just parts changers. I mean, I'm not out here machining and honing things and reaming out the cylinders and making, but most of the time when you have a problem, it's because there's a part that is broken. So I don't know if that's a parts changer. At least I can diagnose things. So, but like I said, I cleaned the carburetor on that and replaced the rope on that, and that's not parts changing. So I don't know, whatever you consider parts changer, but this video has shocked a lot of people. I've gotten several comments, and the video's only got like 150 views right now. That, I guess it's not a brand new video. It's yesterday's video for you. This video here will get posted a day late, but regardless, I'd like for you to go check it out. It was a really good repair. So, but I'm getting a lot of comments today saying, oh, I didn't really think you could work on lawnmowers that good. I thought you just knew how to work on carburetors and ignition coils. I didn't think you knew anything about it. You know, change out belts and that kind of stuff. Well, yeah, but that's the majority of the problems that come in with lawnmowers. I mean, what do you expect? My channel isn't about how to restore a 1956 garden tractor. My channel is so the average shade tree mechanic can do things on their own. It's just funny how I feel like I've proven myself to my audience. I feel like I should have by now. Been on this channel for 8 years, well, coming up on 9 years. And we've done a lot of things. I remember we built that truck camper and everybody said it wouldn't work. Well, we traveled around like, what, 2 years? Worked great. And then we parked it, took it off the truck, set it on the ground down there, and we lived in it through the winter while we built the tiny house. And I remember I was on one of those troll channels, and the troll said, hey, that looks like Little House on the Road, because that's what the channel name was back then. Camper that he built. That's what the troll said. First time a troll has ever given me a compliment. That's what he said. And I read the comments and said, Little House off-road can't build anything. Don't let him lie to you. Well, I built it on camera. I showed you how to build it on camera. I mean, so they don't even want to believe the evidence. I built this entire house on camera. Every square inch of it on camera. And I've gotten emails saying, you didn't build that by yourself. There's no way you built that by yourself. You're lying. And I've gotten several emails saying that. And so that gives them the opportunity to call me stupid whenever they get a chance, if they just don't believe that I can actually do things. I remember when I built the porch, I wanted to save money. So instead of using 3 screws, I used 1 in the center of every one of them. Oh my goodness, you can't do that! It's gonna warp and it's gonna moon shape, and hey, you're gonna get crescent moons, and you're gonna be wasting all kinds of money replacing those boards. And I'm the stupid one, because they didn't do their research. If you have 2 feet of clearance, I think it's 2 feet, 2.5, whatever it is, 2 or 3 feet of clearance underneath the board, then you're getting equal ventilation on both sides. So both sides are drying equally, because this is pressure treated wood. They're drying equally, so it won't warp. So I had enough room on both sides and the front. And you'll see that every one of these boards are completely straight. None of them moon shaped. But you're an idiot. There's no way that's gonna work. Well, seriously, who's the idiot? Me or the guy saying I'm the idiot? Obviously it did work. So I mean, in that tiny house, I had one guy said, I'm buying you a damper for your chimney, which you're not supposed to. It's illegal, basically, to get a damper, put a damper in your chimney. He says, I'm buying you a damper because I don't want the place burning down before it falls down. I want it to fall down over you so you can tell you how stupid you are. I just find it funny how many times I'm called stupid. I built a heat exchanger for the camper when we had it sitting down on the ground, and it was just to get us through the winter. We just needed something to heat with, and really couldn't afford propane. And so we built this heat exchanger, and that'll never work. I don't know where you got that harebrained idea. Well, it kept us warm. I mean, it actually kept us really warm. Sometimes it kept us just downright hot. It used a ton of firewood, I will admit. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got this yesterday. Got this at 6 p.m. He just wants it serviced. Not a big job. He wants it quick though, so I'm hoping I get the air filter before. So, and then of course, you know, the big dummy doesn't know anything. Everybody insists I need a trailer. And I can't convince anybody that a trailer is not going to work. On these little roads, little trails is basically what they are. They're just not going to work. So I needed an alternative to pick up lawnmowers. So I came up with this idea. And I mean, just not going to work. You need to get a trailer. Stop being stupid. You're just stupid. Why are you so stupid? Get a trailer. Why? Well, first of all, I got to pay taxes on a trailer. I don't want to pay any more taxes. Got to get licensed and inspected. I think I got to get it inspected. If I get a homemade one, I got to get inspected through the state patrol. Anyway, I'm not sure. But it's a lot of work and I don't want to do it. So 2 2x4s and 1 2x6. Some bolts. And I designed this, and it has repeatedly put my John Deere lawnmower into this truck. So now we've expanded our pickup service. We're going to do 0 turns. Now, of course, I will have to take the deck off the 0 turn to get it in the truck. But I would have to do that with a trailer too. There's no way I can have a big trailer going down these little paths. It just wouldn't work. It has to be something I can take off if I was to get a trailer and turn it around, so it wouldn't be wide enough. I mean, these boat, see, they're summer homes, what they are, and so they have boats here on those trails. They literally have to expand the road just for the boat ramp, and then they have a big parking spot. Most of these roads do, where they can park their trailers. So the summer homes have the spot by the boat ramp. I guess they all pay a community fee to, you know, maintain the boat ramp, and the spot where they can keep their trailers, or they take them to these storage areas. There's a lot of boat trailers in storage areas. There's just no room to put them. So, but another one that I not heard anybody apologize for, and they're never going to, is the truck was in serious shape. We were having problems with the oil pressure. I wasn't getting low oil pressure. I don't want to go through the whole scenario again, but I tried to do several things to see if I could fix it on my own. Variable valve timing solenoids, I replaced twice. oil pressure sensor twice, changed the oil twice. The second time I put a thicker weight oil in it. And it took several months to figure out what was wrong with the truck. And the whole time I was either getting one of two things. One, well actually one of three things. One, just get rid of the truck. Once you get that code, you can't fix it. It's not fixable. Or two, take it to the mechanic. And the mechanic was going to charge me $2,000. I already called him. I knew what he was going to charge. And he was going to change the oil pump. I don't think it was the oil pump. I think and I've talked about this before, I think it had something to do with combination between the oil pressure sensor and the oil viscosity, because I put a thicker weight of oil in it. And between the two, it has resolved the problem. And the thing is I still can go up another weight. So I put 5W30 in it. It was supposed to have 5W20. I put 5W30 in it. And the thing is, the oil was, the thicker oil, according to all the web pages, was supposed to reduce my gas mileage. It has actually increased my gas mileage. So I don't even understand that. But what happens is over time, as the bearings and things start to wear, the gap starts to get bigger in your engine, all these little gaps. So the oil pressure reduces because there's not as tight squeeze as it used to be. So I spent $180. Let's just call it $250, because I don't think I'm counting one of the oil changes in that price. I don't remember. So $250, and I have fixed the truck. It's fixed. The code has not come back, and that was probably 2 months ago. And it's running great. Yeah, running them down these trail hills I keep telling you about. I mean, they're just monster hills. And it would code every time I go up one of these hills. Not coding now, even with lawnmowers in the back, it's not coding. Again, you know, you're stupid. Just take it in the mechanic. Just get rid of it. It's the transmission. And they were so adamant it was the transmission, they were going over to my other channel to tell me it was the transmission. I just couldn't fathom what they were telling me. How could it possibly? I've had a variable valve timing issue before, and that's a transmission issue. Except I wasn't getting, and I couldn't convince these people of that. I would say it in the video, it was not a variable valve timing code. It was a low oil pressure code. One of the symptoms of a low oil pressure could be variable valve timing, but I was replacing it because that was a symptom of low oil pressure. It wasn't a variable valve timing. So you just could not convince them. And these people are telling you you're stupid. All the while, they're being stupid. I just cannot understand it. I feel like, I even asked Carolyn before I made this video, have we done anything so catastrophic that it would warrant people to call you stupid all the time? Every time you try to do a new project, that ain't gonna work, you're stupid, you don't know what you're doing. When we built the tiny house, and that's every video, there must have been dozens of people saying you're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid. And most of them didn't spell your correctly. So, or you're an idiot, and they would spell A-N incorrectly. Also, they would always use A. And most of them would spell idiot incorrectly. So, but I'm the idiot. I don't know what causes people to do this, where they're so adamant. Look, I watch YouTube videos, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos. And first of all, if I find somebody that just annoys the heck out of me, I won't watch. Or if I don't think they know what they're doing, I don't watch. I don't get in the comment section and just rant and rave about how dumb they are and they should be doing this. So, yesterday's video, for me, I don't know about you, I said I don't charge a diagnostic fee to look at lawnmowers. And it has served me pretty good in an area that is poor. And I even said in the video, my commenters do not believe I should be diagnosing things for free. Well, sometimes it's a losing battle. I lose. Sometimes it's a real winner. So when you're working on a Troy-built weed eater that costs $150, and they bring it to you, and you charge them a $10 service fee and tell them, look, it's just cheaper to go to wherever, Home Depot, and get a new one. So why would they want to give me the $10? They're not. They just say, well, that's your problem, and leave it. Now I got, not only do I have to lose the $10, then I have to figure out how I'm gonna get rid of the dang thing. So now I gotta spend more money. Doesn't make sense. So when you get into bigger stuff, I understand that sometimes it can be a losing situation. One lady last year brought me a chainsaw and a weed eater, and both of them were shot. Well, with the chainsaw, I wanted to play with it with aftermarket parts, so I told her they were shot. It'd be cheaper to go buy new ones, and she said, okay, great. So with the chainsaw, I just played with it for my own knowledge about aftermarket parts. So I bought a new aftermarket engine for like, I don't know, 30 bucks, and I got it running. I mean, I wouldn't sell it like that because it's aftermarket, so it's not even it's a still chainsaw. You can't really say it's a still chainsaw when everything on it's basically aftermarket now, except the cover. So anyway, the thing is she is constantly throwing my name out, constantly. I asked her, it was a free diagnostic. She said, how much I owe you? You don't owe me nothing. So every time somebody's on Facebook saying I need a lawnmower repaired, she's throwing my name out. She's got me more business than, she has probably made me more money than any customer, one customer has made me. She does a fantastic, so losing that $10, in her case $20, has far exceeded with the word of mouth. It's great. So no, I'm not the stupid one. Because, you know, everybody's saying, no, yeah, you got to charge for diagnostics. Well, how about you run a business, and when you decide that you want to charge everybody, and then everybody decides not to do business with you anymore, you know, that's fine. You know, I've done my research. I've looked at other YouTube videos, see how they do it. There's a guy with $500,000 of revenue every year. Every year. He does not charge for diagnostics. It's just a smarter thing to do in poor neighborhoods. So I appreciate the stupid people calling me stupid, because now I'm beginning to realize they actually mean smart, they just don't know how to spell it. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video on my other channel where I'm rebuilding that engine, and I really appreciate you go check it out, because I'm really proud of that job. So I hope I can inspire you to not listen to the smart people, so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.